Hello, hello, gorgeous humans. We are back. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome back, Manifestation Baddies. I want to riff on a little topic today. It was so nice being back on camera and being back live with everyone. I'm going to take this ring off because I don't want to be clocking up steps. And just to say hi. So, if you can see by today's title, it is How Thought Flipping Fucked with My Health. So, there's going to be like a million disclaimers, but I'm like, do I even need to do disclaimers? Use discernment, take what resonates, discard what doesn't. You're in charge, as I always say. I intend that everyone can hear me really well. If you're new here, I'm Selena. I like to talk about manifestation through the lens of the law of assumption with a touch of spice. So I can be quite direct and blunt with things, but it's all said with love. Okay, let's get cracking. So, thought flipping. I am not a massive fan of thought flipping. I don't vibe with the notion, the idea that if a doubtful thought comes up that you haven't impressed your subconscious mind enough. I don't even like that phrase. That's not something that I tend to use in my vocabulary and my everyday speaking or even with clients because I don't fuck with science. I'm here through the lens of spiritual law. And I truly believe that things can shift very quickly, but it's repetition and decision. So if you like the term impressing your subconscious mind, amazing. If you don't, amazing. Do whatever you want in your 3D. What I want to talk about is people's fear behind thoughts and why they feel it necessary to be flipping thoughts. So, little story time. Um, a circumstance had happened in my reality, which was quite triggering for me. And an older version of me who was dealing with that circumstance was quite intimidated by it. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, I fucked this up, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was quite, I don't know, I was quite upset about it. Let's just say that. And as I was trying to shift the circumstance, shift myself, manifest, I I'd be dealing with a lot of the doubts because, to be honest, I hadn't fully stepped into my power properly. I was wavering way too much. And I want to speak about wavering and why thought flipping and wavering, like all of that in a second. So, what ended up happening was I had TMI, but like a whole month of really intense bleeding that I had to go to the hospital and I had to get medication for. And doctors couldn't find out what was wrong. I had all these tests and they were like, there's nothing wrong. We can't find anything, yada, 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 all of this. And then it continued. And I was exhausted because of the amount of blood that I was losing. And I felt so stressed. And the whole time I was trying to flip these thoughts, not only about my health, but about this circumstance that I was dealing with. And I felt so stressed, but I felt like this is the only way that I can manifest. This is the only way that I can deal with things. I have to make sure that I'm not marinating in shitty thoughts because I don't want this circumstance to keep being prolonged. I want to be better, blah, 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 all of this shit. Anyway, it was only in hindsight recently that I realized why this thing actually happened. And I was like, how the hell did this whole health stuff materialize and manifest when, like, I'm so on top of my health? Like, if you know, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a nutritional advisor, I'm all about health. I'm also a manifestation mentor. So I'm all about holistic health. I love that. Like, I love this stuff. And I was like, how did that happen? I don't understand. And then only recently it clicked. It was like I was so stressed trying to flip fucking thoughts that don't matter because the thoughts aren't what manifests. It's your state that manifests. Okay. And I was so worried about these thoughts instead of allowing them to just move on by and not being intimidated by the 3D. I thought I had to flip every single thought and every moment of the day. I had something consciously running through my mind. I couldn't take a break. That's not my process. I don't like that. That caused me a lot of stress. If you like to be affirming all day long, amazing, beautiful, go for it. That's not my process. I don't like that. I like more of a relaxed way of manifesting because for me, having this energy that I need to flip every single thought, I need to be affirming all day long, that just doesn't vibe with me. And it ended up causing a lot of stress and a massive physical manifestation. So I had to get my shit together and I had to manifest away the whole health outcome and decide that I was the healthiest version of myself. So. What I should have done in that moment, in order, instead of causing my body to have all this stress, was to realize that, okay, Cool. I've had a doubtful thought. Okay, cool. I'm a little bit upset at the moment about this circumstance that I was dealing with. So what? So what? I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my feelings. I'm not my mood. I'm not my triggers. I'm not even my state. I am consciousness behind it all. I am deciding all of this. I can still decide and identify with who I want to be and who I am, regardless of the feeling, regardless of the thought. The fact that I am aware and I can observe this thought across my mind's eye tells me that I'm not my thinking. I don't have to adopt the thinking that I need to impress my subconscious mind. And if a doubtful thought comes up, then I'm wavering. That's not wavering. Wavering is when the thought comes up and you attach to it. You grab it, you identify with it, you marinate in it. You then have more thoughts. You start having inner conversations and inner arguments around this thought. Everything shifts, your state shifts. Then your 3D starts to recalibrate. That's what wavering is, not just because a dumb thought has come up. So, please, my message of today's video is do not be scared of the thoughts. Allow the thoughts to move on by. If it's causing you so much stress and anxiety because you're battling these thoughts and you're feeling you have to flip every single thought, chill, relax. There's another way of fucking manifesting. You don't have to be thought flipping all day long. And the fact that it caused so much stress to my body that doctors couldn't even understand what was going on. They were like, has this happened to you before? I'm like, no, never, never. I'm so healthy. I don't know what happened. I've never been thinking that I would be unhealthy, but it caused so much stress in my body because I was so fearful of my thoughts. And I thought that if I had let one little thought slip away, or if I thought about it too long, like, oh fuck, a thought came up and I thought about it for 3 seconds. Oh my God, I'm going to manifest something awful, or this circumstance isn't going to disappear. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. And with my work, I share my own evolution and where I'm at on my own manifestation journey. And I love this work because, like I said yesterday, it's a continual evolution of self. And my process, I vibe with inner conversations. I vibe, not bribe. I vibe with inner conversations. I vibe with mental diet, being aware of my state, and making a decision. Like that's my process. Not having to say the same things over and over again all throughout the day, and making sure that I make sure that I say like 1,000 different affirmations. That's not how I do things. I don't like to do that. I like to be aware of the inner conversations I have in my head, my mental diet, and who I'm deciding to be. If I'm interpreting a circumstance negatively, that usually means I'm using logic. That usually means I'm looking at it through a limited perspective. And that usually means that I am way too attached to the 3D and I'm assigning a shitty meaning and a shitty story and taking it personally. Who am I being in that moment? I'm being a fucking victim. I'm not going to do that. So when that whole health saga happened, because I was too busy flipping thoughts all day long, I was being a victim to my thoughts. I was scared of my thoughts. I thought, oh fuck, I'm failing at this. I was exhausted. So if you're feeling exhausted on your journey, chill the fuck out, have a break. Like I said yesterday, the opportunity, the money, the person, your desire isn't going anywhere because they reflect you. They're literally not going anywhere. So there's no rush. Chill, relax. Seriously, they're not going anywhere. It's insane. You need to start collecting evidence in your own world to show you that whenever you are thinking your affirmations, inner conversations, doing your process, the person is getting that instantly. Like we're all connected in consciousness. They're getting these little pings. So you can relax and realize that the work that you have been doing to shift yourself, your 3D, your person, whoever, they're picking up on it. Like it's all good. We don't need a rush. We don't need to be scared. We don't need to be fearful with stupid thoughts. Like I said, I'm not someone who vibes with the idea that I need to do all this work to impress my subconscious mind. I like to come at it through the lens of like, I just get to decide who I am on a daily basis and throughout the day because I'm in charge, because I'm consciousness, because it's not techniques that manifest. It's me because I'm consciousness. Like I said yesterday, you can come at manifestation from a science point of view, a psychology point of view, or just a spiritual law point of view. And I'm more of a spiritual law point of view because I like it to be limitless. I don't like labels. I like being able to riff in my head, and that's my process. So I vibe with inner conversations and being able to talk to myself and keeping it light and keeping it playful, and more of it being a decision. And this is what's happening. Instead of going, oh my god, I need to say all of this and I need to do it like 20 million times in order for my subconscious mind, because my subconscious mind is stupid and I need to make sure that it knows what I want. No, chill. You're good. Keep doing what you need to be doing, which is shifting you and identifying, like shifting your identity. So, whatever process feels sustainable, maintainable, supportive for you, do it. And that might change throughout your journey. So, at the very beginning of my journey, like the same affirmations, looping the same affirmations felt supportive to me. Then it became more what was it? It was like visualization and meditation. That felt more supportive. And then I was like, you know what? I like night tapes. Let's do some night tapes. Now, like I said, it's inner conversations, it's riffing, it's talking to myself, and it's more just being aware of my state and being aware of my mental diet. And that feels best for me, especially after that whole health shitty manifestation. I will never do that again. I will never put my body through that much stress because I'm so fearful of my thoughts. Does that really indicate someone who knows their power, knows that they're in charge, knows that they're God, that they're so fearful of every single little shitty thought that they think, oh my God, this thought, if I don't quickly flip it, then it's going to manifest. And then I'm going to have to deal with this circumstance. No, no. Remember, like I said yesterday, your thoughts are just the vehicle that will allow you, the mode of transportation, to teleport you and transport you to another version of yourself, another reality, another identity. So chill. It's all good. The caveat to all this, if you are revising, I would recommend that you are more on top of your thinking. So if you're revising a certain event and that memory does come up, that's when I'm more inclined to be like, okay, no, we actually need to flip the thought then. Not in a like stressful way, just like, no, that didn't happen. This is what happened. Stop being scared. Chill. If you like robotic affirming, amazing. But like slow it down for fuck's sake. Like chill. Too many people when they do robotic affirming, they come to me, they're like saying things like, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. They're obsessed with me, they're obsessed with me. And you're saying it super fast, like you're causing like a stress response in your body and it's like a big deal and you're like pretty much fucking hyperventilating over these affirmations and you feel like you can't even function or do your normal life or like read a book or watch telly without having to constantly be looping shit in your head. Relax. It's good. Okay. You weren't doing that when you were manifesting before you knew how to consciously manifest. You weren't looping shit constantly in your mind 24/7. It's your state, it's not the thoughts. So, again, choose a process that feels supportive, that feels beneficial, that feels maintainable and sustainable for you. Stop fearing your thoughts. And don't fucking do what I did and be so scared of your thoughts that you end up causing yourself to be bleeding for fucking over 30 days straight. And then people are going, what's wrong? We can't find a problem. Oh, this must be all in your head. Yeah, it was all in my head because I was I was so fearful of this circumstance that I was dealing with, which, oh my God, why was I ever doing that? Why did I even worry? It ended up turning out to be exactly what I wanted when I just relaxed and chilled. So, what else do I feel called to share with you? There are so many different ways that you can consciously manifest, so many different ways. Um, and you'll find that out as you go about your journey with conscious manifestation and you'll realize that this is all about you and nothing about them and nothing about the outside world. It's like it's you. Everything is an extension of you. Okay, guys, I will speak to you tomorrow probably because I'm really loving these live streams. I'll see you on TikTok. I'll see you on Instagram, on my podcast. The links will be in the description. To those who've come into my one-on-one spaces, you're amazing. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.